Oh, NBA star LeBron James finally explaining that controversial tweet against the police officer that shot a knife-wielding 16-year-old girl, Ma'Khia Bryant. The original tweet targeting the cop saying, "You're next," and it prompted serious backlash. Now his statement saying, "I fueled the wrong conversation about Ma'Khia Bryant, and I owe it to her and his movement to change her movement to change it." Not exactly an apology here to the cop, right? He was saying, "You're next." No apology to him. So let's talk about this. Derrick, I got to be honest. I've never been a big LeBron fan, but nobody can deny his incredible basketball ability wherever he takes his talents. But there's a certain lack of humanity there, and the fact that he can't just empathize with that police officer specifically and police officers in general, I think he's missing an opportunity here.
Absolutely. And the thing about it is, we do this panel, you guys, and oftentimes, you just want to step away and get away from this. And
Right.
and a lot of times it is sports. And unfortunately, politics has now followed sports over to the sports channels. And we can't get away from it. And it's people like LeBron who have such a huge influence and a huge following that sometimes, they need to get their facts straight before they start with these tweets and these messaging, getting people all excited and riled up when he doesn't have all his facts and the truths in order. And so, and again, if someone say, just play basketball. I can't tell LeBron, go out on the court and tell him how to do a high pick and roll or set a screen. He shouldn't be able to come in and suggest to police officers how they need to do their job.
Yeah, but the way you said that, maybe you could tell him. Jesse Jane, I have a feeling you've played before. So, Jesse Jane, what are your thoughts?
I appreciate all opinion, but unfortunately with the NBA, it seems to lean one way. Remember when LeBron James had criticized the Oklahoma City Thunder general manager who had come out supporting Hong Kong, and he said people shouldn't speak who are not informed. It just was the most illiterate or ignorant comment he could have made, because he obviously was completely unaware of what was going on in China with slavery going on with the Uyghurs, the forced abortions, basically everything that's humanitarian rights in China that are ignored. And I just feel that he himself is not recognizing what a powerful platform he could have that could influence change in a positive direction. Mm-hmm. There was an African-American police officer in Los Angeles who has tried to have dialogue with him to educate him, but now we're seeing a man who is too stubborn, too indignant, and too proud to take a step back and say, maybe we can talk about other conversations that can build the community so that we have a stronger relationship with our police departments instead of demonizing them. It's a missed opportunity, and it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, and Heather, that China situation, basically LeBron was telling everybody, chill out, because they had a contract with the NBA worth billions, and he didn't want the league to be hurt by that. Right. So he was taking the very opposite position, essentially saying, don't be political.
Right, yeah, and so, it's disingenuous, and his original tweet, this is the third time that he has doubled down on it, now knowing that he was wrong about the facts of the situation. And I think that if he had just come forward after this tweet right here and said, maybe I jumped the gun a little too quick, that's not an appropriate phrase to use there.
No, we know.
But you know what I meant. Anyway, I just think that he's handled this wrong to begin with.
Yeah. Chuck, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think clearly if there was ever a time that basketball players, sports figures need to keep their games on the court and not outside in other areas, this is that time. Listen, the drumbeat against cops needs to stop. It's getting our cops, it's putting them in harm's risk, and it also is putting the citizens that they serve in harm's risk. This is the time I think he made a serious error. And I think he'd be wise to stay out of this area and stay back on the basketball court.
Yeah, and just like you, Derrick, and I think we all agree with this, I just want to go to the game. I just want to see a game, and that no matter what the sport is. We went to an Orioles game the other day. I just want to watch the game. I don't care what their politics are. In their off time, they can do whatever they want. But I really don't want to think about politics when I go there. I just want to see that high pick and roll and see them go. Actually, I'm tired of them shooting three-pointers, frankly. I've given up on the NBA, Derrick.
Well, they're going to shoot the three-pointers. I don't think that's going anywhere.
I know. That's all they do now. They shoot three-pointers and don't play any defense. But that's another conversation.
Stephen Curry's a pretty good player, though. I'll say that.
Oh, he's fabulous.
When it comes to the three-pointers.
He changed the game. I do like him a lot. He is a great ball player. I enjoy it. But see, there's a humanity there about Steph Curry, right? Yeah. And hasn't he done some positive things with cops, Heather? I mean, recently?
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, again, an opportunity to bring the community together. And what did LeBron do? He separated the community.
Yeah. Not only did he do that, and I know we're out of time, but I'll bring up does anyone remember the video that went viral of the police officer trying to engage with LeBron? It was kind of a tongue-in-cheek, funny little bit that he did, and he called Michael Jordan the GOAT in it, and he invited LeBron James to have a conversation with him. That officer was suspended as a result of that, and they had to launch a GoFundMe to raise a lot of money for him, which they did. But it just goes to show how some people are held accountable for their words and then others held to a higher standard when they're not even doing anything wrong.